The Painful Excellence Podcast.
Absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. This is a Painful Excellence Podcast. Let's go. Like the video, share the video. We are our own algorithm. Let's not leave it up to Miguel to do anything for us. He won't do anything for us. His job is to discourage what we do here. And that's to put the dysfunction that has become normalized on full blast. This is what we do. Let's do this roll call real quick. Amina, salute queen. Tay, ex-wife, salute. Eric Jordan in the building. The beautiful love is the word. Salute. Good to see you. Andre Jones, Joseph Townsend. Universal Truth. Shogun, salute. Smash the like button. Like and share the video. So let's have this conversation. Rod Neal, salute. Let's have this conversation. One man is a deviant. The woman is a victim. Isn't that how this thing has been played throughout this Diddy case? Now, I haven't been following it. I just getting my news from, to be honest, other YouTubers. This is what happened today. This is what happened today. You know what I'm saying? I'm listening to the General 78 Sports TV. And that's how I've been, updated on all of this stuff. What's interesting is the opinions of Tat Lawson, salute, the sisterhood, and some of these men that are rushing to Cassie's defense as if she pretty much is the victim in all of this. Now, I didn't have to do that much homework on this thing to understand what was going on. But I said, man, the truth is going to come out. And lo and behold, everything that I've heard, because, as a man with a lot of experience and just life lessons and how things work, I could look at this whole thing, especially what I know definitely about the music industry, just the entertainment industry in general. What I know, I knew that she's not a victim. She's a willing participant. She can play victim. And y'all can believe that, she was under this long version of duress for over a decade. Y'all can believe that if you want, but I know better. Cassie's no victim. Cassie's no victim. Jeff Sparks, salute. DP Rocker, salute. Cassie's no victim anymore than these aggressive women walking around looking like streetwalkers now. One hand, you're a boss B, and you don't need no man. You could do it by yourself. But every time I turn around, these women are suing these men for millions of dollars. I just saw this thing with Zion Williamson, Zion Williams, whatever his name is. I'll do a pep talk tomorrow on that debacle. This smut just ran up to that dude Busby, who's notorious for running around helping these chicks sue black athletes and things of that nature. This is what he's known for now. I heard she's consulting with him. Now, true, Zion, a lot of these athletes and entertainers, they need to watch, these guys come from nothing. Some of these guys, they get hundreds of millions of dollars and they blow it on tail because these are like the best women they've ever had in their life. No OGs told Zion, no, cut that out, bro. Stop. These women are not victims. His baby mama or wife, that chick is like 15 years older than him. No one's calling her a creep, right? Ain't she like in her 30s? This is foolishness. These dudes be like 18, 19. One of these chicks, man, She's like in her 40s, and the athlete she's effing with is like a year younger than her son or something like that. I mean, these are things that come across my virtual desk, and I'm looking at this like, yo, no one's calling these chicks creeps. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask the ladies a question. Based off of these reports and these stories that we see, are we to believe that y'all are grown adolescent? Are we to believe that y'all are stupid? Capital S? Are y'all stupid? Because every time I turn around, y'all are victims in this. Every time I turn around, y'all victims. Oh, he played mind games on me. He manipulated me. And we're looking at the dude like, you fell for that? Let me get this straight. This guy's $1 million athlete, $1 million singer, $1 million rapper. And he made you believe that you were the only one? No. Bullshit. Foolishness. Ain't no way. Smoke and talk, my brother, salute. Young Abel, salute. Mr. Shelton, salute. But you a victim now? You don't know what's going on now? Oh, okay, you was in love. You remember when Kevin Samuels used to say, okay, remember he did the show, are you prepared to share your man? These women always wanted to, yo, bro, I'm telling you, man, those shows were so funny. I listened to it for entertainment purposes because I'm grown. Everything he was talking about, I already knew. So I never looked to him for advice. I watched his show for the giant I told you so. Kevin Samuels was saying things that men have been saying in barbershop, every place where women never used to be. Barbershop, gyms, the basketball courts. These were conversations we stayed having. Bill D, salute. We stayed having these conversations. Yes, we did. Now these ladies done invaded everywhere we are. We can't even go to the strip club by ourselves. There's women in there. They be straight too. Eating up the hot wings and slapping ass like the rest of us to see what we're doing. We have no sacred spots anymore. They come to the gyms with these yoga pants on with the built-in thongs, and then they record you when you're looking. Why are you looking at me? Your BBL is taking up the whole gym. I'm waiting to use the leg press. You've been here with your damn phone out all goddamn morning. Please move. Now you on somebody TikTok looking like a creep. Brother Code, salute. We have no space. But all of this is relevant to what I'm talking about. Because when Kevin got up there and he had a show and he said, are you prepared to share your man? Your high value man. Because high value men that are not, jumping around on stage or in the limelight like that, there are dudes that in the corporate world that are high value. They go on a lot of business trips. And, he would ask these women, if he goes away on a 4-day business trip, there's a chance that he might, get some side action. Are you prepared to deal with that? Majority of the women say no. A lot of eyes salute. Majority of them say no. He's like, I'm just letting you know what it is. He may or may not be on that type of time. Can you deal with that? And all the chicks that had the biggest problem with it, when it went left? Just take a wild guess. J-Man, salute. Just take a wild guess where it would go left. He has to do this. He has to look like that. He has to make this amount of money. And I don't want to do anything. And I don't want to cook. And I don't want to clean. How tall are you? And it was downhill from there. 5'2". Dress size, 20. And it was downhill from there. And then the conversation would go all the way left. All the way left. But what he was letting, this was the reality. Darnell, what up? Snoop, what up? What he was letting everyone know, with the women in particular, is that's something you may have to deal with. Now, Cassie's an entertainer. Don't tell me that she got with Diddy and didn't know what it was because she stuck around for a decade. I don't care what was going on in their bedroom. I know how these entertainers get down. I've been knowing about how Diddy got down in the bedroom for years. I know someone who knows him personally. Ben knew about that. Insane Talk, what up? Gnarly Ray, salute. Ben knew about that. This ain't new. So if we know, or we gonna assume, let me ask y'all a question. Did Cassie get with Diddy thinking that she was gonna be the one and only? Short answer, no, she did not. And the evidence is all of this stuff for 2 weeks, they were talking about those freak offs. And I'm sitting there listening to it. Let's just keep it a buck, man. What did he do? Clunk her over the head and keep her drugged up and say, you're gonna do this? And then he start talking about all the freaky stuff. And oh man, he flew in porn stars and they would smash her and skeet on her and he'd wipe it on her. Look, I don't need to know all of that. Simple question. Was you raped or did you agree? Yeah, we all know what went down in there. We all know what went down in there. Did you do any of this under duress? The answer's no. But they made him sound like a villain. Oh, a freak off isn't over until Puff say it's over. So he's throwing a party. He flew in men and women. So what? He got a room full of baby oil. That turned out to be BS, by the way. So I didn't know that was a crime, having a room full of baby oil. Let's say he did have a whole room full of baby oil. Is that a crime? Is he breaking any crime? Oh, well, there was probably drugs in the oil. Upon further research, there were no drugs in the oil. Next. You know what we found out? We found out that Diddy's a fan, freaky as Negro. We knew that. And Cassie's not the victim because she stuck around for every freak off and caught a bunch of STDs and STIs or whatever have you. That's what we learned. And then when I jump on the Instagram and I say, I made a simple statement and these chicks went bonkers and I got a bunch of likes on it. Those were the fellas in it and some of the women. Because some of the women was on the thread, they were talking about, you right. You know what I said? You ready? I said, ladies, do you now see why your past matters?
What?
See? Do you now see why your past matters? It was a real statement. Philip D in the building. It was a very simple statement. I wasn't even firing shots because we went through the last few years of does your past matter? Y'all have all seen it. Everyone's talking about it on the internet. There's a bunch of panels and all of this stuff. Everybody is asking, yeah, man, your past matters. And these women are like, no. The women with the biggest mouths talking about my past don't matter. Those are the ones that got kids out of wedlock. Those are the ones with multiple bodies. Those are the ones that are unmarried. Those are the ones that are against mandatory DNA. I've seen these chicks on the same panels, man. My past don't matter, and mandatory DNA is a waste of money. Bullshit. The states won't put mandatory. The government, totally underrated, says y'all need to really stop trying to mix Kells with this Diddy-ish for real fake news. Look, I don't know. This is my perspective on this whole thing. Because like I said at the top of the show, I don't know if you just got here. My only connection to this Diddy case is what everyone else is talking about. And all I've heard was about freak offs. And what I've known is that Cassie's not a victim. That's my point of the show. How is R. Kelly a deviant, a sexual deviant, and Cassie's a victim? She's not a victim. That's my thing. R. Kelly and Diddy there's no difference between them. Except what I didn't rock with is that, R. Kelly, he got short eyes. Only a handful of y'all know what I just said. Short eyes. Just look it up. It was a movie. Short eyes. R. Kelly got short eyes. That's a problem with me. That is a problem. But if I'm not mistaken, he's not in prison for having short eyes. Hey, Hardy, salute. Houston in the building. Salute. He's not in prison for having short eyes. But I want to point something out. See, this is another thing. The situation he was in with that young lady, by the time that video leaked out, she was getting her education overseas, fully paid for by him. And that was Sparkle's niece, right? Which means I think that was her sister's daughter. And when she found out about it, she was like, what the F? And her sister and her husband or whatever got paid. You see, the other part of this is that these women, y'all be selling off your damn daughters, man. Y'all remember that show I did with the girl that went to audition for R. Kelly? And the mother, they uncovered the text of the mother saying, he like young girls. You need to look more like a girl. Stop looking grown. This was the mother saying that. The mother. These boss chicks, right? They're creeps. Cassie's a creep. She's not a victim. She's a creep. So if R. Kelly's a deviant, so is she. I don't care if some dude skeeted on her and Diddy rubbed it on his chest. I don't care. Guess what? She laid there to take it. You think she wasn't muff diving in those freak offs? She ain't no damn victim. Night Train, salute. King Reek, salute. So let me get this straight. Every time it's a situation like this, the woman's the victim, right? Every time a woman's on the short end of the stick involving a man, he played mind games. All of a sudden, this nigga Professor X, he playing mind games, right? But meanwhile, when y'all are in the saddle running things, you run your own business, you drive your own cars, you own your own home, you's a boss. When y'all spit that kid out by yourself and you want to chase down a dude and hit him up for child support, are you really a boss? No, all of a sudden boss bitch turn into a victim. Mind games, you turn into a little girl, a little child. Got that tingle beyond your thong. And you thought with your muff instead of your damn brain, right? Do you have a brain? Are y'all smart or what? Aaron, what up? Are y'all smart or what? What's going on? Y'all so smart. There's a lot of single moms out here. Majority of them will say it's by accident. Child support. And then you look at baby daddy, it's like, oh my God, him? Why? You don't need no man, but you sure do need that bread, right? Sam Max, salute. Why? What's the difference between a dude like R. Kelly's behavior and Cassie participating in it? I want to know who was in the freak offs then. Just start dropping names, man. I'm waiting for the women to come off and say, yeah, it was Diddy's party, but Cassie's the one that invited me. That's already happening. From what I heard. Did I not hear her that she set up the freak offs? Did I not hear that? Come on now. She is not a victim. She was a willing participant, and she's every bit the deviant that people claim R. Kelly is. Do he got short eyes? Absolutely he does. He's disgusting. And for those that ask, people say, yeah, he's messed up, man, but I still listen to his music. Look, to each his own. I'm gonna tell you straight up and down. I saw Derek Gaines, what up? I saw that video, man. I saw that video, and that was a little girl, man. It was kind of fuzzy, but then when you make some stuff out, you're like, oh man, no. And then when Sparkle came forward and confirmed it, I can't speak for y'all, but since then, I haven't listened to R. Kelly. I don't listen to him. I barely listen to the radio, so I don't know if they play his stuff. I don't know. I don't listen to him. I don't. Pray for Crazy, salute. I don't listen to this guy. It turned me all the way off. Can't watch it. I can't listen to him. I can't. You know why? All the words in his songs. Now I can't help but to relate it to him singing to a child. It seems like you're ready. Am I right? It seems like you're ready. Now you're looking back like, wait a minute. Who the fuck was he talking to? It seems like you're ready? Dritch, what up? It seems like you're ready? Hold on, my man. Hold on, my man. Wait a minute. Then I remember when he came out, when you remind me of a Jeep. Sisters is vehicles now. Exactly. King Rick, the Aaliyah situation. And then they tried to romanticize that on that, whatever that show was, that I don't know. But everybody playing somebody in that damn movie, made for TV movie, didn't look like any of the goddamn, all those actors didn't look like anybody in the industry. He was digging on Aaliyah when she was like 14 years old. Are you kidding me? I think they were married at 15. Her parent, oh my God, bro. Nope. I saw that clip off that whatever made for TV movie. And he's talking to the parents, no, this is real love. And I'm like, oh, no. No grown ass man could come in here after he done groomed my daughter and talk about, oh, this is real love. Because I'd have beat him into the dirt. Y'all saw Daredevil? This latest season when Kingpin smashed dude's head with his bare hands? That would have been me and R. Kelly. I'd have been smashing his shit. It'd look like a Mortal Kombat fatality in this motherfucker. I'm like, nope. I'm only crushing your head. Yes. You can't tell me that was love. Get the fuck out of here. He got short eyes. And once I started to know all of that, I don't listen to his music. Showtime, what up? I don't listen to his music. I'm not clear on all of the charges, but his ass need to be in prison. That Aaliyah shit was enough for me. I was like, chill. Nah, bro, what are you doing? I didn't know that. And where the fuck were her parents? He was a deviant. He was a predator. Get out of here. His ass do need to sit down somewhere. What usually happens with some guys, they might not go to prison for what they need to go to prison for. Al Capone got locked up for taxes and, tax evasion. He didn't get locked up for all those bodies he had. And then while he was in prison, he had syphilis or something, and he was scared of penicillin. He was scared to take needles, and he died. Good riddance. Now, I don't know what R. Kelly got locked up for, exactly. I really didn't talk about it. I was just talking about how the women were trying to auction off their children. I ain't seen no women with fathers doing that. I have a problem with that. Yeah, King Rick, I heard that too. He used to be around Chicago at the high schools. He used to pull up at McDonald's trying to catch these chicks on, when their breaks or getting off of work. When he came here, when 12 Play was hot, when he came here and performed at the Apollo, one of the dudes from the entourage was running across the stage with a sign that said 18 plus. Let me explain something to you. He was like in his 30s at that time. I don't remember. I'm gonna be 50 this year. Let me be very clear. There's nothing that an 18-year-old could do for me. I would be so grossed out. And I'm not talking about a situation where I'm at the gentleman's club and you can't tell the age of the woman sliding down the pole. I ain't talking about that, because when you're in that setting, you are of the understanding that the women working there are legal. But I'm talking about if I know a chick is 18 years old, you understand? I'm like, nah, bro, fuck out of here. That's just me. But when he did that and he turned the Apollo out and then the girls was going crazy, 18 plus, I'm looking at that sound like it's a little creepy. Now think about that song. It seems like you're ready. What are you really saying, bro? Don't worry. I clearly understand what you're saying, bro. And I disagree. I agree, King Rick. I agree 100%. When I found out about this dude, I started like looking at his songs and I'm like, yo, this dude is really telling on himself. And now we're in an era where these dudes are looking at your rap lyrics, your song lyrics, and they're applying it to things that you've done. Ain't that something? Well, here we are. So don't get it twisted. I'm not saying free R. Kelly. I'm not saying that. No. I'm saying if you're going to lock Diddy up, what are you going to lock him up for? Everything that I've heard about these freak offs, was any of it illegal? Did I miss something? Yeah, Young Abel. Yeah. Elvis Presley. Want me to get creepier on y'all? Y'all heard of Jerry Lee Lewis? You shake my nerves and you rattle my brains. Too much love drives a man insane. You broke my will, but what a thrill. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. That guy? Just go look it up. Just go look it up. Go look it up. Creep Life. Exactly, Night Train. That was his cousin. She was way young. Elvis Presley, same shit. Same shit. So do these dudes be creeps? Yeah, absolutely. What I'm saying, though, is that these young ladies be willing participants. What I'm also saying is that their mothers, blue collar guys, salute, their mothers are all in it too, because they're trying to come up. Whether it be like, yo, marry this guy so I can get out the shack, or get with this guy so we can sue him later. You know, we're living in an era where the come up is to sue a motherfucker so you can come up, not work hard. Yeah, chill time majors. They don't want to talk about Hugh Hefner. I just saw one of those Playboy bunnies from the 80s tell a story on the panel. She's like grandma age now. But she told a story, and I believe it, how he used to go into a room and line them up in a position. And he just go dip 1, dip 2, dip 3, dip 4, dip 5. They be like as many as 10 women, and he's dipping in all of them. Then it's like, all right, turn around, dip, 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 dip. And the ones he liked the best, it'd be like 2 or 3 of them, and tell everyone to go away in that Playboy mansion. He was swimming in it. Nobody said anything. None of those girls told on him. Nobody claimed, though, they were violated. Nope. This behavior is state of the art. Yeah, Sam Mack, Woody Allen. With the little Asian chick, he adopted her. Then he started banging her and taking her to Knicks games. That Asian chick used to show Woody Allen at the Knicks game with the Asian chick. I think he adopted her first, or was that his stepdaughter? Then started banging her. Come on now. Blue collar guy, you crazy, bro. Come on now, you know what time it is? Cassie's not the victim, man. You trust and believe she had a bunch of girlfriends she spoke to. Let her girlfriends take the stand. Let me tell you what kind of friends more than likely. Because remember I did a show a long time ago called Are Women Really Frenemies? You know what a frenemy is? They laugh and ha-ha and kiki in each other's face, but when they're not around each other, they're talking mad junk about them. Dapper Don, salute. I want to talk to her friends. I want the friends to take the stand. What did she say? Oh, God, he did this and he did that. Girl, you need to get away from him. Or was it, girl, guess what happened today? Guess what he did today? She's not no damn victim, man. Shut up. She is not, I repeat, she is not a victim. She's a willing participant. And you brothers and sisters need to be careful being around people like this. When Diddy whooped her ass and it was caught on video, don't co-sign that. But if y'all think that was the first physical altercation they had, you're crazy. That was the first time it got caught on tape, man. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. And she didn't leave him. I don't want to hear, oh, man, it's hard to leave your abuser. No. No, it's not hard. You know what happened? She sat down and looked at his house and said, where am I going to get this? Where am I going to get this? But you know what happens with these women sometimes? All right. G Rose, salute. You know what happens with these women sometimes? You know what happened in those 10 years? You might never know. In those 10 years, she aged 10 years. Now, Diddy, we just mentioned Hugh Hefner, right? Hugh Hefner was like in his 80s, having orgies and shit, right? See, Diddy as a man, he could keep doing this all his life. But you know what happens? Cassie getting old. Cassie getting old. He's the king of the castle. BPMB, salute. He's the king of the castle. She ain't the queen, though. She got wrinkles under her throat that wasn't there. Her singing career ain't popping like that. It's not like she's Beyonce. Right? And she's saying, you know what? This dude ain't slowing down. You know what else happens with these women in a decade? They age and some of them kind of mature. They kind of mature. It's like, yo, I'm tired of this. I'm getting ran through. I done caught a couple of STDs or STIs or whatever. You know, look, I kind of want a family now, and I ain't gonna get it with this nigga. You are not the same person you was 10 years ago. I'm gonna tell you, I was not the same person I was 10 years ago. I saw shit totally different. So when she found this helpless white boy right? Yeah, I'm making him look like he's the victim because he is the victim in this. He's the victim in this. Never forget, he's the victim in this, ladies and gentlemen. He is the victim, ladies and gentlemen. You remember what I did? The who they want you to be? Who they want you to be? Alex Fine. Poor Alex. They want you to be Alex Fine. And he comes along. So she's saying, oh shit, I could divest. And hey, he whooped my ass. But they paying me 20 mil. You know what? This is a win-win for me. This is a win-win for me. I got 20 mil. My singing career is not really that great, but I got 20 mil. I'm up. I'm going to go divest real quick, get with this dude, Alex Fine, make a baby, and I can walk away from this Diddy situation. But here's the thing. In her moment of maturity, she walks away from Diddy, locks down Alex Fine, right? Marries the motherfucker. But now she's completely turned out because guess what? Normal sex don't do it for her. And she started to miss that freak off shit. So she walked away from Diddy for a good while. May have walked away from him for about a year or so. But didn't we find out in the case that one time Alex was calling his wife and she was getting dug out by Diddy while she was on the phone? Didn't we find that out? And these goddamn women talking about, you know what? Alex Fine is how a man is supposed to behave. Remember all of that? Salute to Alex Fine. Remember that? He's standing by his woman. Standing by his woman. He's strong. He's a strong man for that. Excuse me. He called his wife and she was, hey, honey, I'm at the supermarket. What do you want? You want some eggs? You need some? He said, hey, I need some eggs. I need some eggs. What's that sound? Nothing. Need some eggs. I need some crystal light. Yeah, that came out in court. And when I tell these stupid ass women, your past matters, they want to come for me. Salute to the General, 78 Sports TV, and that super chat. He said, salute Drew in chat, man. Salute to you, good brother. Thank you so much. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah. Diddy was busting her ass. Diddy was busting her ass while her husband called. And these sisters want to tell us that that's what they expect us to be like? She's the victim in all of this. And the fact that, you know, she cheated on her husband, she's the victim. She was turned out. She wasn't in her right frame of mind. No, let me shed some light on y'all. Cassie was in complete control the whole time. She knew what she was doing. At no point was she a goddamn victim. At no point. She was in complete control of what the hell she was doing. 100%. She always knew. She always knew. She always knew. Don't want to hear it. This hoe knew, and she's a hoe. Let me be clear. She's a whore. Thank you, General. I'm not making it up. She was well trained and she participated. At no point did she say, you know what, Diddy, I ain't doing this. You know when she finally did it? When she came up 20 mil and she said, you know what, let me try and be a real woman. She got with Alex Fine, but she relapsed because she was used to this. Sensei in the building, Stormy B, man, salute. She relapsed because she was used to this freak off. She's trying to just stop cold turkey. It's like telling a crackhead, man, stop smoking crack. They might do good for about a week. The relapse is ridiculous. They be in the corner scratching shit like, oh, what the fuck, I'm itching. No, you're going through withdrawal. She was going through withdrawal. Those freak offs wasn't just Diddy, hey, you doing this because I tell you, oh no, 10 years, get the fuck out of here. That one cry for help. No, she never went to the police. What did her friends say? Oh, she used to complain a lot. For 10 years, she stuck around. He had a mental strain on her that bad. Get out of here. No. Let's not forget, she had a boyfriend. She left her boyfriend to get with Diddy. Don't forget that. She got what she wanted. It came out in court. She was ordering the escorts. She picked them. Baby, who you want? Pick them. And she was picking dudes and women. Dudes and women. Dudes and women. I'm not hating. That's how they got down. But why we in court for 2 weeks talking about the freak offs? Now you know that she's a freak and she cheated on her husband, and Alex Fine better get a DNA test. How about that? You know, the DNA test that these modern women that justify all of Cassie's bullshit are saying DNA test, mandatory DNA test will be a waste of government money. You know why? The government are the ones that earn money off of sending these, off of child support. And then when dudes find out, hey, man, I'm not the biological father, then what? Well, your name's on the birth certificate. She has to agree to get your goddamn name off of it. She has to agree for that. Somebody got to pay for this kid. If you're on a birth certificate, we're still going to garnish you, but it's not my kid, not my problem. Another reason how men make this world go round. Now, man, and I'm going to focus on this when I talk about Zion Williams. Get control of your penis, man. Seriously. Get control of it. You don't have to smash every chick. I don't care if it's a chick. It's like, I never had a chick so beautiful. You got to weigh the pros and the cons. And these days, it's more cons than pros. I told y'all the story on my Patreon about what happened to my buddy. Young Hollywood, salute. My buddy, go listen to it on the Patreon. He got with Shorty. We were all in the crib. They were in the room. Everything was consensual. A couple of days later, knock at my door. His younger brother, your police just came, arrested my brother. Why? What happened? Shorty said he raped her. What? You know what happened? She had a boyfriend. She had a boyfriend. And her friends, remember what I just said, are women really frenemies? She had it out with one of her girlfriends, and one of her girlfriends told on her. And she was a Jehovah's Witness and told her parents. And when she got blown up in a panic, she said, I was drunk. I was drunk. I couldn't do anything. I was drunk. Just go listen to my Patreon. And he got jammed up. No, she was black. She was black, G Road. She was black. She was black. Philip D says the state gets 60 cents off of each dollar from child support. That is disturbing. Child support is a business. Fellas, take your dick and go home. If you have seeds and you don't plan on having any more, most insurances cover vasectomies. If you don't like wearing protection, you rolling the dice with an STD. That's your business. But the babies, at least protect yourself from that. Get a vasectomy. Oh, I don't want to do that. No. Trust me. Trust me. There's no worries with it. It's done. You're busting blanks. Nothing changes. It's still white. You can still have an orgasm. No cells are going from the sac and shooting out through the semen. No, it's not there no more. You're fine. But my boy got jammed up over a lie. This chick lied because her friend told on her in order to save face. In order to save face, she said she was a lie turned into a bigger lie. Oh no, well, I was drunk. I don't remember. Oh, who gave you the drinks? Oh, well, he did. Oh, see, so he purposely got you drunk. Guess what? You don't remember anything? Her boyfriend. You don't remember anything? Dragon Fang, salute. You don't remember anything? Oh, so you got raped. We got to go get a rape kit. You got to go to the ER. Then her parents found out. It turned to a big thing, and then he's getting locked up. It was crazy. It was like, nah, all of this was consensual. What you mean? Go check my Patreon. It's called That Lion Bitch. That's what it's called. Jammed him all the way up. Ridiculous, man. There's more than enough evidence out here, fellas, between these chicks using babies as a come up, with having children so they can stay on welfare. Y'all see what's going on now? They're talking about limiting welfare. Hold on a minute. King Fuses, salute. What is this? Hold on a minute. Charles Toon, what up? Where do I know you from, brother? I'm just asking. Your name seems sort of familiar to me. I don't know. Whatever. You can hang out. Everything cool, boss. But y'all see these women having meltdowns over living off the government. You know what I'm saying? They want to limit welfare for a year or two. You got to get up and get jobs now. And this might be another live I'm doing. But I heard Corey Holcomb say something that was so real, y'all. Black women, the government done tricked y'all so bad. And as of this year, they're letting y'all know about it. They convinced y'all that y'all don't need us, black men. Y'all could do it all by yourselves. And got us online where black men are asking questions like, what's wrong with y'all? And pointing out the discrepancies. Y'all were so resistant to us. Y'all are resistant to our leadership. And y'all told us that we ain't got no leaders in here. And that's a lie. It's a lie. Y'all literally done chase men out of the country, passport bros, right? Done chase them out, and then they're lying on passport bros. The latest lie was now they're going abroad and getting AIDS and coming back and giving out HIV and AIDS over here. Shout out to the media man. He debunked all of that bullshit. He debunked all of it. But I looked at the statistics, right? And that was a lie. That was a lie with the HIV. I ain't gonna get too deep into that. It was actually some Dominican dude that put that on the passport bros. The stats were off. He was lying. And anytime a woman hears a passport bro, they get triggered. IBPMV, give me a minute. But the foul part is, I looked at the stat and like 106,000 of y'all lost y'all jobs in like a month. And they're not reporting on McDonald's jobs and shit like that. These were high paying jobs, right? And I'm seeing all these TikTok videos and shorty's like, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do now. And blah, 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 blah. I'm like, whoa, what you mean you don't know what you're gonna do? What do you mean you don't know what you're gonna do? You had it under control, remember? What happened? What happened? What happened? I'm reading what you sent to me, Jawad. Oh man, that's a damn shame, brother. Damn. $106,000 women lost their job. You know what the next play is? They're gonna start. They're gonna try and get benefits. Help. They're gonna try and get government benefits. You know what they're gonna claim now? I can't find a job, which has made me mentally ill. So I need you to cut me a check because I'm not feeling well now mentally. I can't work. That's the next play. Mental illness. But they done fooled you. You can do it by yourself. You can do it by yourself. You can do it by yourself. And now they, whatever y'all was doing by yourselves, they done took that from you. Yeah, Philip D, you saw that? I saw it. I was watching it like, yo, he's not lying. Because that boss bitch movement, it was loud and proud for like a good maybe what? 6 years now? 6 years? They was just so resistant and I'll freeze my eggs. And I'm like, you know what? I'm no scientist, but freezing your eggs, PGH, salute. Freezing your eggs. I think that sounds pretty expensive. Well, I finally did the research, and the only person that I know that can afford to freeze her eggs was Ebony K. Williams. She's a millionaire, right? She can afford to do that shit. Bone Quisha on Southside Projects, she can't even afford to get weed on her own. You understand? What you mean freeze your eggs? See, all of this stuff sounds good until you have to like act to go get it. So the average woman can't freeze her eggs, she can't afford it. And then what's up with all these women getting evicted? Oh man, we the most educated. No, y'all the most enrolled in school. And shout out to y'all for getting y'all degrees, but you know what happens? That degree you have, a lot of you can't use that degree. For whatever reason, you get a degree, you can't get it, or y'all are getting degrees that don't really make sense. I got a degree in what? Basket weaving. What? What the fuck you gonna do? Okay, whatever. So you went to school for 4 years for basket weaving? All right, fine. And then when you do get your degree, guess what? You got to pay for your schooling. So you got a degree and a bunch of college debt. Some of these women got college debt almost 6 figures. So then you get a 6-figure job. You don't really make 6-figure jobs. That's what you gross, but what you net is probably, let's say you make $105,000 a year, you're only seeing $75,000 of it. And depending on what city you live in, that ain't the best. You're average. And get this, you a boss B, but then when you do get with a man, you expect that man to pay for everything. And then wonder why niggas be like, yo, I ain't talking to these girls. Then I'm seeing more videos. Why men don't talk to us no more? What's the new thing that now that I'm seeing online? Who's the new boys? Y'all seen this? Who's gonna be the new boys? Yo, listen, man, y'all keep coming up with these slogans and challenges or whatever. Y'all go ahead, man. Y'all go ahead. Because all I know is that 106,000 of y'all lost y'all jobs. Y'all educated women know what y'all doing, right? Some of y'all ain't need no man and y'all are single moms, right? And the government wants to limit public assistance. And damn right, because public assistance is supposed to be temporary. It's supposed to be temporary, y'all. Living in the projects wasn't supposed to be, there's generations of people living in the projects. Living in the projects was supposed to hold you down for a little bit until you get a job and you're able to save up some bread and move somewhere. But the economy is so effed off, you can't even do that now. But this is what happens when you have a boss chick. They took the lead and look what happened. The American family is down. Marriage is a fucking trap. Andrew 100, salute. Marriage is a trap. Speaking to my brother Andrew 100, my brothers and sisters in the UK, they have the same problem over there that we got over here. It's just the accent is different. I never went to war with these ladies. I just got on the mic and said, yo, look, this is what I'm noticing, man. This is crazy. All of the conversations I had, you know what's happening? You're finding out that I'm right. You're finding out that a lot of these brothers is right. What Corey Holcomb said, he's 100% right. These women are figuring out that the government done lied to y'all. Y'all losing y'all jobs. Y'all can't afford that kid that y'all made on your own. Now you're running around and looking for the child's father. And you may get on public assistance, but Trump is putting the axe on all of that shit. Yeah, you'll be on for like 24 months. You better find something else to do. Hey, look, if you find, you can always twerk on goddamn social media. This is what y'all been reduced to. Almost every chick I see on Instagram look like they walking on the blade. Am I lying? You scroll down on your Instagram, it's like, okay, I see a advertisement for a juicer. I follow a lot of companies that make male suits and clothing. I like wearing button-ups, you know what I'm saying, athletic gear. You know, I like wearing tank tops. Summer's coming. Shoes. And then I see a chick walking with her ass out. I'm like, I'm not subscribed to her. Why? I just say, okay, whatever. Scroll. Oh, look, there's a funny video. Oh, look, one of my boys posted something. Oh, look, Rod Neal posted him and his family. Oh, yeah. And then here comes Shorty with the thong. Oh, look, 78 posted something. Oh, look, Black posted something. Oh, look, there goes Cece. Then I see some bitch with a thong. And like, who are these women? So then what I do sometimes is I go to their pages. They got their titties out. They got their butts out. Scroll. And then you see the picture of them at Disney World with their seed. Whore behavior has become normalized. But you know what happens? You know what happens? Y'all remember that little nigga that came through here? I let him on the show to talk to him. He wouldn't show his face. You just see the top of his head. Like how his boyfriend sees the top of his head when he's blowing him. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Oh, you making money off of talking bad about your people? No. Let me ask the chat. When have I lied? Because y'all see the same shit I see. Oh, you talking down on the black man? What, Tank Davis? No, I'm not talking down. I'm telling you what he did. And I don't like it. What, you like it? Well, I'm not a Tank fan. Okay, so why are you talking to me? You making money off talking bad to black people. No, I'm not. Have I lied on R. Kelly? Have I lied on Cassie? Am I lying on what the government's doing to these sisters who thought they were bosses? It was all a trick. And when I was pointing out the problem, and Corey Holcomb points out the problem, and Jason Black, and Kevin Samuels, and Medium Man, when everyone points out the problem, we're the villains? No, that kid was raised by a single mother who used to shove the dildo down his daddy's mouth. And this kid who's on the damn thing, or who I let on the panel, he can't finish unless he has a pinky in his ass. You know what, Dapper Dons? I saw that. I saw when Hassan interviewed Obsidian, and salute to Obsidian, because he talks about this shit all the time. You see, nobody listened to us. They called us haters. They called us haters. No, I'm saying I told you so. And I'm going to keep saying it. Told you. Now what? Told you. You done turn these men off. These dudes don't want to deal with you. Because now, y'all need a lifeline. You know what I'm going to tell y'all to do? And this ain't going to work. Yeah, King Rick, the dude that I on here, he was an emasculated black man, by the way. Every picture that I saw, he had like 4 YouTube channels. I saw his face. He looks like he played video games all day. He tries to talk with bass in his voice. He had wild ass hair. He trying to talk like a man, but he was very emasculated. And when I asked him, what your problem is, he just resorted to insults. Okay, you did all that. You insulted me. You can't insult me, nigga. I'm asking you what the problem is. And he couldn't do it. But what do we know about people that do that? Where'd you hear this? Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. I said, wait a minute, you're arguing me about Tank. Are you a Tank fan? And I said, well, what is your problem with Tank? Tank's a boss. No, he's not. But what is your problem with what I say about Tank? Then I asked him, I said, hey man, what do you think about his relationship with him and Ryan Garcia? I don't like it. Okay, well, that's what I'm talking about. You don't want to talk about that? Fine. Okay, what my problem with Tank is he didn't do shit that I want him to do as an athlete, as a boxer. What is the problem? He had contemporaries. He only fought one. That was Frank Martin. And I don't even give him that anymore because he was drained. I don't care. That's me being a hard ass about it, but that's just what it is. What about everybody else? He says, oh, well, he's 30. He still has time. Okay, you don't really watch boxing. Because if you watch boxing, you heard him say he's giving us Jake Paul and he's getting out the game. And he don't plan on fighting his contemporaries. So what are you talking about? Well, I'm not a Tank fan like that. Goalpost moved. Because I just explained why I don't appreciate him as a black man and I don't appreciate him as a boxer. And instead of saying, yo, you know what? Point taking. I don't really watch boxing like that. So I didn't know that. I'd have respected that, but he didn't do that. Then he went on to, oh, well, you talk bad on whatever he said, black people, and you make money off black people. What are you talking about? Talking bad about them? When did I lie? Like what I'm talking about tonight. When am I lying? You need OGs like me to tell you what we see. I didn't need Corey Holcomb to tell me that. I didn't need Kevin Samuels to tell me. Kevin Samuels ain't saying shit that men have been saying for the last 25 years, man. Because it's gotten progressively worse. Little nigga, I'm actually making it better for you. Because maybe I was talking about your mama. Your daddy not in the house. Your mama divorced. She ain't got shit good to say about him. And all you know is your mama. And you never got your daddy's side. But you online arguing with me. I'm putting you up on game, little nigga. Every Jordan in that super chat, much love, man. He says, Tank Franks was delusional because Miguel clapped his cheeks. Oh, of course.
¡Ay, Miguel! ¡Miguel!
I mean, back shots. Back shots ridiculous. What you mean, my volume? Y'all can hear me? My volume good? My volume's pretty good. Yeah, King Rick. That's it. And when he got shut down, all he could say was, yeah, I pulled up though. Okay. And everybody heard you. And you sound like a hating ass, immature femboy. Immature. Aggravated by everything. But take zero accountability for nothing. Do you know that this era of child is these kids, I forget what gen we in. They're the most upset and offended people. These kids are soft. And I'm telling you, and you know, I mean to sound like the old nigga when I say this. When I was coming up in the 90s, these kids today, nope. They couldn't survive, bro. They couldn't survive. These kids are walking around with painted fingernails, tight jeans, big teeth, big feet, non-athletic. They would have to walk home real fast. I wasn't a bully like that, but I hung around dudes that were like that. I hung around dudes where I have to tell them, they'll just see a dude walking, be like, yo, nah, chill, don't do that. Don't do that when I'm here. Please don't do that, because I'm not a bully. But trust me, when I wasn't around, I used to hear what these niggas would do. I'd be like, what's wrong with y'all? Yo, he saw this kid, and this kid was, he went over there, boom, boom, boom. I will say, coming up in my era, it made you tough. I'm from the era where you was on the train by yourself, you trying to go somewhere, a couple of dudes get on the train, they'll just jump you for no reason. You had to fight. They weren't even trying to rob you. They're just trying to beat you up. They don't take your wallet. What we had beepers back then. You might get your beeper snatched from you. Maybe you get your spaghetti chain snatched or whatever. That's how I came up. Happened to me a bunch of times. Nobody was fighting me one day. They had to jump me, but they didn't get that off though. I knew what it was. They ain't getting nothing off. I ain't never been cut. I ain't never been stabbed. Had a gun pulled out on me a few times. You got close, you was getting knuckled up. Boom, 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 boom. Set niggas running off that train. It was a part of life for me. Be sitting on that damn 2 or the 5 train, like, oh boy, here come these niggas. Okay. For the most part, niggas thought about it. Nah, he kind of big. Yeah, you right. Ain't gonna be easy. I don't care if it's 10 of y'all. It's not gonna be easy. I'm grabbing somebody. Somebody gonna get it. It's not gonna be easy. These kids today, nah, they ain't cut from that cloth. I used to sit around my boys. We just start slap boxing. That's just what we did. Wrestling and shit, roughhousing. These kids today are soft. Hit somebody, they hit you back. You hit these niggas, they running. Oh, I'm gonna go get a gun. I told that little nigga, turn your camera on. I see the top of his head and the big old TV in the back. I mean, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Why you want to see my face? Well, I come from an era where you got to look a man in the eyes to tell what kind of person he is. When your parents is reprimanding you, don't they say, look at me when I'm talking to you? That's my era. That little nigga twerking in the living room with his mama. That nigga taking Cardi B's side. Oh, I'm gonna be talking about her this week too. That little nigga on some, yeah, dad, mom told me all about you. I don't know why, I don't know why you talking to me. Did your mama tell you that you need to be talking about 4 other niggas? That's right. I'm not sure if you're mine. She just put my name down on that goddamn birth certificate. Your mama was, thought wasn't used back in the fucking 90s and 80s. Your mama was a hoe. And I was the best choice. I signed it and we ain't never got the business done. But now that I'm looking at you, you look like my fat friend that lived up the block. Well, where's he at? He dead. Stop paying child support when you was 18. Think I'm bullshitting? Y'all watch Maury. Y'all watch the Camaro show. Y'all watch fucking paternity court. How many of those dudes their sons be good and grown? Ain't the father. Kid be like 30 years old. 30 years old. I'm like, yo, I knew it. What about the white fella that went to prison for 5 years? Over his son, then found out, hey, That's not biologically his son. He was like, man, she needs to be convicted of a crime. Guess what? There is no crime for that. It's oops. Whatever money he owed, he couldn't pay. He went to jail for 5 years. Turns out she had worked at the DNA spot or something. And she altered all the papers. This dude went to prison for 5 years, sitting there with that boy. And he says, yo, look, I'm sorry, man. I'm not your father. She lied to you. What could he sue her for? What's the crime? You see, it's things like that. Destroyed the household. Had y'all women thinking that y'all don't need us. Now y'all losing jobs and everything else. Now y'all need handouts. What y'all gonna do? Start twerking or robbing people? Now what? What you gonna do? Blame us? We ain't do nothing. Over 300,000 women lost their jobs in February? God damn. What happened? Y'all look at this meme a little different now, don't you, right? R. Kelly represents the men. We're supposed to be the deviants, and the women are the victims, right? Some men ain't no good. I'll give you that. And some women are better than others. I'll give you that. But these bitches with the biggest mouths, I ain't got to tell you what they're chomping on. Sad state of affairs. Let me tell you about it. It's disgusting, man. Cassie's a representation of how these women feel. Their bosses, when it comes time to blame a man for their mishaps, they sure will do it, won't they? Won't they? You're about to see an influx of women twerking on TikTok, walking around with their boobs out. You're about to see, man, the whole United States of America is about to turn into 42nd Street in the 70s and 80s. What I mean by that is there's gonna be a bunch of chicks selling tail. And oh yeah, I forgot my other point I was gonna say about 20 minutes ago. If y'all ain't gonna be partnered up with a man like how y'all supposed to be. You said, Philip D said black men gain 100,000 jobs, but they ain't gonna mention that. Of course not. They can shack up together. These women can shack up together. They could take their kids and shack up together and, pay that mortgage themselves. But women are frenemies. Y'all ever been to a complex where these women, like there's more than one woman living together and they roommates? That shit never works out, man. In the long run, it never works out. Dudes, for the most part, we get along. Pay the rent, eat some food, go to bed. Women, pay the rent, eat some foods, gossip. Who we on the phone with? My man was here. He was looking at him. She was looking at him a little too long, or he came here a little early, and she was walking around in her boy shorts, and that sort of thing. Dudes are roommates. Guess what? Yeah, he's never bringing his girl over there unless he knows his roommate's gone. That's how that goes. It ain't sports talk in that super chat. He says Cassie ain't no victim. She stayed around. She has the financial means to get away from dude, and she chose to stay. That's on her. Exactly. This smut is not a victim. She stayed. And she loved every minute of it. Now, if I'm Alex Fine, I'm thinking, shit. 10 years of orgies. Me sleeping with her is not normal. I can't do it for her. She's getting pounded out by porn stars and escorts. And here I am just lighting a candle and stay stroking it. That's a step down from her. That's why she got married to him, for comfort and to reproduce, but she kept with the freaky shit with Diddy. And guess what? The time that he called her while Diddy was pounding her out, that wasn't the only time he did that. That's not the only time. That's just the only time it's been noted. Guys better wake up, man. Guys better wake up. All we found out was Cassie's a whore. And let me remind y'all, that's who these women want you to be. They shouting out Alex Fine. You standing for your woman. And that brother got up and walked out. Say, wait a minute, what you mean you was getting skeeted? Wait a minute. Pissed in your mouth? Pissed in your mouth. Thank Father, salute. Pissed in your mouth. Man, she was getting pissed on, man. That man needed to know that. Needed to know that. Let me ask y'all a question. I don't give a fuck if she's 20 million up. If you find out she was having orgies, she had multiple STIs or STDs, whatever's going on, and one of the things that was happening is she was getting pissed on, how do you approach that situation? I don't. I'm like, bro, ain't no way. And I hear y'all, man. I don't feel sorry for him either. But I think Fine is short for Feinstein. And it's a possibility he might be like, okay, this bitch lied to me. He had to have asked her, fellas, don't tell me y'all been in relationships with a woman without asking her about her past, her sexual past. You know why? Because it matters. And in that thread, when I was talking on Instagram, women like, oh, well, men's past matters too. You know what? It does. It does. And you know what? Y'all don't give a damn. A man could tell you right now, yeah, man, you know, you see this house you sitting in? You like it? Well, I only work for such and such company. I make $70,000 a year. But this is $150,000, no, like a $200,000 house and it's fully paid for. How'd you do that? Well, a decade ago, I used to sell big drugs out of San Francisco. And I got out the game. I took my money and I have it here and I have it here and I have it here. You see those guns in the closet? Yeah, babe, why do you have all those guns? Well, burnt a lot of bridges in the West Coast. And you never know. Somebody might walk up on me and I might have to get busy. Somebody might find out where I live and I have to get busy. And now your ass has been in the house for a month. What do? You know what most women will do? I love you for real. I'm going to stand by my man. Yeah, stupid ass. He's telling you that there's a slight chance you might be eating your eggs in the morning and get Swiss cheesed. That's what he's telling you. Some of you dumbasses will stay around for that. How about this? And I said this last week. I said it on the other show. What happens when you ask your man about his sexual past? He says, all right, well, before you, there was Julie, there was Tina, there was Teresa, there was Jackie, and then there was Phil. Huh? Wait. What is Phil? Filipina or Philandra? Or no, Phil. Oh, yeah, baby. I meant to tell you, you know, I was dipping and dabbing that, you know, years ago when I was in college, I was a little confused. And what? Ladies, don't you think that's something you need to know? So what you mean you was dipping and dabbing? What you mean? Don't you think that's something you might want? Yeah. So, yeah, your past matters. So now that I've put it in those words, in that perspective, fellas, don't you want to know? Fellas, you ever been dating a chick and it's getting kind of serious? I know this happened to me way back in the days. I'm talking with them like, yeah, so, you know, what about your past? She's like, yeah, you know, I was dating this guy and that ain't work out. Dating the guy before that ain't work out. And then Shorty tells me, yeah, you know, and I was dating this girl named Jessica. I was like, well, and we just sitting at dinner and I'm letting her talk. And my antennas went up like, wait. So I let her talk, and I'm looking at her, and I'm like, "You gay?" I just asked her. She said, "Oh, no. It was just a thing, you know. She lived near my aunt, and I was staying with my aunt for a little while, and you know, we had a little moment, and I was seeing her for about maybe 8 months, you know." And I'm like, "So you're not gay?" No. You know, we dated, or you know. So you're not gay? No. So you bisexual? No. Once she said that, I said, "No. You know what? I didn't ignore it. But what I'm saying is, at any point." Oh, and by the way, that girl still lived near her aunt, and she went to see her aunt habitually. Things like that don't just stop. It happens every now and again. What do you think happens with these ladies after a bad argument? They try and F the pain away. Been there, done that, seen it. So I said, "Oh, okay." Yeah, I'm like, "Man, please, this bitch think I'm stupid." Shorty's still around. I said, "What happened? Y'all broke up?" "No, we just kind of like stopped." That means you can kind of like start again. Yeah, okay. We cool. I'm cool. We cool. We cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. Tay Jones in the building. Salute. I'm cool on all of it. I'm good. I knew what I was dealing with. Fuck out of here. Yeah, the past is important. So all we learned the last 2 to 3 weeks about this Diddy thing, I just heard about these freak offs, and I'm like, all right. I'm like, all right, 10 years? This bitch is not a victim, man. She was a willing participant. And you know what? Whatever charges they trying to hit him with, you know, human trafficking or whatever the hell, she knew all of it. And all she did. If this case don't happen, Alex Fine doesn't know about her past. She had to have been straight up embarrassed. Prince, what up? She had to have been straight up embarrassed to reveal those freak offs and what was going on with her while her fucking husband was sitting there, because she got away with not telling him shit. He had to find out in court that Diddy was digging her out while he was on the phone with her. And I ain't wishing this on her, but the payback is good. If this dude is vindictive, the payback is going to be so crazy. Because she's 20 mil up, right? Okay. All he got to do is go to court and say, "Hey, man, she's unfit. I think she's still talking to somebody she had the freak offs with. She might be on drugs. I don't feel safe. You know what? I want custody of my baby. Enough's enough." And he could say anything. And you know what? They'll believe her. Because all you're going to say is, look what she did. Look, she went through with Diddy. Hey, man, look, she committed adultery while I was with her. I didn't even know if this kid was mine or not. I'm the victim. And the same chicks that were singing this dude's praises are going to be talking about how he's sassy. You know what? I'm going to applaud him. You know what I'm going to say? Get your money, bruh. Yes, sir. Get your bread. All of these boomerangs these chicks are throwing out at us, it's coming back and hitting them in the head. Y'all praising Cassie and Alex Fine 1 minute. Man, you better hope 2 years from now he ain't draining her pockets and taking that baby from her. Because he's going to use 100% of this Diddy case. If he does that. I ain't wishing it on her, but I'm saying that's the possibility. Do y'all understand? In that household with Alex and her, there is no argument she could win ever in her life. There's nothing she can say. He could bring up this court case anytime. Honey, you came home early. I'd have had dinner ready for you. Yeah, but you had dinner ready for Diddy. His dinner was always on time, and so was his dessert. honey, we can't go to Hawaii this year. Why do we have to go to Denver? Did you question Diddy when he said he wanted to go? When he moved, you moved, and I bet you fucked Ludacris too. Was he one of the people that pissed on you? There is no argument she'll be able to win. And when he tired, guess what? Now watch this, y'all. Ladies ain't gonna like this. I don't know what he does for a living. No doubt, Prince. I don't know what he does for a living. But I know she's a millionaire. And if she's the breadwinner, how the fuck do you think the spousal support is going to turn out? Cameron, salute. Cameron, how are you? Yeah, King Fuses, I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what's going on there. What I do know is she's the breadwinner, and he could leave her, get the baby, and head up for spousal support. What state are they married in? Do not say California. Do not say California. My God. He will systematically bust her ass. Telling you. Cassie ain't the victim. She's every bit as dirty and deviant as R. Kelly. Oh, word? In Cali? They're married in California? Seriously? They're seriously married in California? She's done. She's done. She's done. She's a filthy chicken. California is not the that is not the place to be. Trying to get married, that is not the place to be, fellas. You the breadwinner? No, bro. It's over for you. It's over for you. You over there? Nope. You're done. It's over for you. Don't do it. California, hands down, is the worst place to tie that knot, bro. If you're the breadwinner too. So if she's up, and all he got to do is say, yo, look, I can't do it no more. I think she's cheating again. She talked to me crazy. She want me to pee on her. Nope. I think I need about $8 million. And I need custody, and I need her to pay me spousal support because I'm used to living a certain kind of life. So she's going to be in the studio. She'll be on TikTok. She's going to have her own podcast. Yeah, Philip D. Callie, yeah, she's done. She's going to start talking shit about men on her podcast, and I'll call up and they'll be like, yo, what about the peeing? How did you go through that, man? Is that disgusting? What about the peeing? The P.E.P? You P.E.P? What about the P.E.P? What about the P double? What about that? Play that SWV song, Golden Showers. Yellow, what was it called? Let the golden showers rain down, fall on me. That was talking about getting pissed on, y'all. Listen, man. My next Patreon video is going to be about I met a girl what she requested was the worst thing I ever. You want to talk about packing it up and saying, yo, get dressed. You dead serious? I caught on a light that I had to look at her face. And I said, you what? I said, no, get dressed. Get dressed. She was like, yeah, I knew I shouldn't have said nothing. I said, you're right. I knew I shouldn't have said nothing. Now you're looking at me funny. No, I am looking at you. You're right. And you should have kept that shit to yourself. Get dressed. All right, get dressed. All right. Get dressed. put all your clothes on. It's winter outside. So I'm going to take you home. We're never going to speak again. How about that? Okay? All right. Tune into the Patreon. It's going to be called You Want Me to What? You want what done to you? Get dressed. Get dressed. Get dressed. Get dressed. Get dressed. Don't worry. Hey, just get dressed. It's okay. Get dressed. What's that Meatloaf song? I will do anything, but I won't do that. Fuck that. I say get dressed. Get dressed. We going home. I fed you, went to a movie, had a nice night, and I'm just ready to plow everything. And I was plowing. And she had a request, and I was like, "Excuse me?" She said, "Yeah, we could just go to the tub." And I was like, "Wait, what?" And I cut on a light just to look at her face and said, "You serious?" I say, "Well, get dressed." She said, "Huh?" I said, "Get dressed. Get dressed. Just get dressed." Where we going? You're going home. I'm taking you home. Safe and sound. It's still early. You'll be home before 10. Damn, I knew I shouldn't have said nothing to you. You right. You right. You done fucked up the mood with this. Get dressed. Sign up to the Patreon. Fuck out of here. Yep. Can't say it on YouTube. I will be on the Patreon talking about that. Was crazy. I said, what? I said, yeah, we could just go in the bathroom. I can get in the towel. I said, wait, what? I leaned over, turned on the light just to look at her in the eyes. I'm like, she playing. She can't. What? You want me to what? But I won't do that. No, I said, no, okay, well, watch this. I grabbed the towel. I was sweating and shit. Grabbed the towel, wiped my head off. I looked around. I looked at her again. I said, yo, get dressed. I said, what? I said, get dressed. What you mean? Get dressed. Yo, erection all the way gone. I was like, no. Oh my God, I knew I shouldn't have said something. I said, yo, you right. I need you to get dressed though. This date is done. I didn't even nut. Had to go home and beat my shit to oblivion. It's crazy. Shorty had the donkey too. I was like, man, what? What? We in the car. She's like, you really taking me home? I said, we out the hotel, right? Look, don't worry. No worries. I just know that this ain't gonna work. No worries. It ain't gonna work. If you need that for you to get off, this is not gonna work. There's some nasty motherfucker out there that'll accommodate you, but please look for him. Go look in the want ads. Back in the days, we had something out here called, what was it called? What Shorty told me it was. She said it was the Village Voice or something. They had all that paper had that in there. You go ahead. I'm cool on all of that. What the blood clot? Went home, had to pop in something. Finished myself off. Went to the gym the next day. They was like, yo, what's up with you and Shorty? I said, nigga. I told them what. They was like, what? During the whole gym. I said, yo, check this out. And I told them, you know what it is for an entire gym to be like, ew. I was like, I swear to God. They was like, you're lying. I said, I swear to God, man. I was like, nah. Nah, I'm good. But I won't do that. That was the end of that. She's like, you really not gonna speak to me? I said, yo, listen. No, I'm just gonna tell you. I said, I'm not gonna call you ever again. I told her politely. I said, listen, I'm not. That's disgusting. That fucked me up. All right, and you have a good night. It's okay. It's okay. Slammed my car door. I was like, all right, it's all good. Never spoke to her again. I saw her at a couple of parties. She like side-eyed me. Like, yo, I side-eyed the nigga that she was with. I was like, nigga, wait till you take her home. What the fuck? I'm like, should I warn this nigga? Nope. Nah. You got to find out on your own. Yeah, just sparked that part. I didn't even know that. This shorty put me on. I was like, damn, what the fuck? They selling in this shit? Damn. I was back in the days. I was like, nah, bro. You got to find out on your own. I ain't got no. Hell to the no. Hell no. She was a sexual deviant. I'm cool on that. And now to be the chick to talk about, oh, well, he did this. No, bitch, you're not a victim. You're not a victim. So shout out to Cassie. Your past matters. Ladies, your past matters. Fellas, your past matters. Ladies, you need to ask your man about his past. And see, the thing is, some of y'all don't care. How many women do y'all know right now fuck with a dude that got like 18 baby mamas? And they're still there like the dumbasses they are. See? Where the fuck is my... Okay. Hold on. Updating something. Anyway. Yeah, that's another thing, King Rick. Man, these chicks be, they got the best friend be the gay dude. Man, y'all go buddy up with them, man. Living with them ain't no better. Listen, I done seen it all, man. But, you know, at the end of the day, time reveals all truth. I'm almost sure what's going to happen with this Cassie shit. I'm almost sure I know. But y'all deal with it. Let me get out of here. I got to get up in the morning. Got some errands to run before I do my live. But salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Zelle, the Cash App, the Super Chat. Go subscribe to my Patreon. Go subscribe to the Patreon. I appreciate the support. For more unedited content, follow me on Patreon. Drew Titan, LLC. Man, love y'all, man. I might do pep talk either tomorrow night or the day after tomorrow, man. A lot of content I'm pumping out. I got time. Hell yeah, man. Let's salute to y'all. Take it gently.
The Painful Excellence Podcast.